Freedom March with Rodney Munker. Up next on ILTV.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of ILS or the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a product of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented, in part or entirety, without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2024. All rights are reserved.
Marijuana is a dangerous drug.
The Queen is dead! God save the King!
There can never be rape in marriage. BMW sound like bad mad wagon. Not only am I saved, I'm saved and sanctified. The revolution is alive, and we must continue to document it.
Freedom!
There is a report of another suicide. A 39-year-old Negro man, believed to be Gary Woodside of Fritz Lane near Colin Wall. He was discovered hanging, according to a Negro source. He was found by an 11-year-old female, the daughter of his girlfriend. It is an interesting story. It is a serious case to study. I'll tell you what the woman told some of the Negro media. It is an interesting case, and I think it is powerful. Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome once again to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. To my right is my spiritual advisor, Bradley Rule, who has on the full armor to declare war on those who put rape and or are conspiring to put rape in holy matrimony. Bradley, welcome to Freedom Man.
Thank you so much, Santa. Good to be here.
Today is the 20th of February, 2025. If he was alive, I'm advised that Sir Sidney Poitier would have celebrated a birthday. But there is a distinguished Negro citizen and attorney at law by the name of Godfrey Propender. Wherever he is, I want to wish him a happy birthday. He turns 86 years old today. And who knows, I perhaps will bring him on the show, if it's God's will, sometime next week. In the House of Assembly, it has been really revealed by the minister responsible for labor, the Honorable Pierre Glover Roll, that the government, as a result of the questions that were put to the government by the leader of the opposition, Michael Pintard, Pierre Glover has revealed that there are 49 retired civil servants who have been rehired. We'll talk about it. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. It's a powerful day in the Bahamas. I'm ready to battle. Hold on, everybody. Rally, Sally.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this.
Hello, ambitious women. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? This is your chance to shine. I'm Adriana Fox, co-founder of the Fox Foundation.
And I'm Adriel Fox, legacy advocate of the Fox Foundation.
We're thrilled to announce the second annual Women's Entrepreneurship Episode Grant Initiative, created to empower and support women like you who are making waves in the business world.
This year, we're offering $75,000 in grants to female entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas in undersaturated markets and industries that have yet to reach their full potential. Our top 3 prizes are $25,000 for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. In addition, 7 runner-ups will receive $2,000.
We encourage businesses such as those in digital markets like web innovations, AI-driven service, niche e-commerce, or emerging industries such as green technologies, health tech, cultural tourism, and personalized educational platform. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or tackling that big idea that needs a financial boost, this grant is for you. Last year, we funded 10 incredible entrepreneurs, and this year, it could be you.
Imagine what you could achieve with the funding to grow your dreams.
Apply now and join a powerful community of women entrepreneurs leading the way. Applications are open from January 31st to February 28th. Don't wait. Visit our website for more information. This is your opportunity to break into a growing market and make an impact. Apply today and let's build a future of unstoppable women entrepreneurs together.
This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and we will go straight to my spiritual advisor, Bradley Rule. Bradley, welcome back.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sandra. Good to be here. We got a reading today. Producer, you ready? Yeah, okay. If I'm not mistaken, let me put my glasses on, sorry. Is it, we got a reading today from the book of John. Yeah, chapter 1, 29 to 34. John testifies about Jesus. Says, the next day, John saw Jesus coming, looking toward him and said, look, the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world. This is the one I meant when I said, a man who comes after me has surpassed me because he was before me. I myself did not know him, but the reason I came baptizing with water was that he might be revealed to Israel. Go ahead, producer. Then John gave this testimony. I saw the Spirit come down from heaven as a dove and remain on him. I myself did not know him, but the one who sent me to baptize with water told me, the man on whom you see the Spirit come down and remain is the one who will baptize with the Holy Spirit. I have seen and testify that this is God's chosen one. John chapter 1, 29 to 34. I read from the NIV. Thank you, producer. Back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Indeed.
Well, folks, you would recall that yesterday I reported that there was a County Joe man who was found dead on the island of Grand Bahama, and the reports were that he was found in bushes with a gun near him. And of course, we're now confirming that he is the nephew of a radio owner, Kai Gottlieb. You would recall that Kai Gottlieb, he committed suicide in 1997. Well, this is his nephew who has allegedly committed suicide, and according to press report, for a period of time they were all over the place looking for him. They were unsuccessful, but somehow they found him in the bushes, gunshot, and he's dead. Well, if you thought that was bad, today, perhaps shortly before 12 noon, a Negro man by the name of Gary Woodside, he's 39 years old. He lives on Fritz Lane near Collins Wall. Well, he, I'm advised, was discovered by an 11-year-old female child who found him hanging. That's the report I've gotten. And of course, his girlfriend, she being a grassroots woman, but obviously possessed by the women that we are challenging, she had some very interesting thing to say. And I'm advised that she told a certain sector of the media that Mr. Woodside was having some problems on the job, which has affected him, had him perhaps in a state of depression, and then she found herself another boyfriend, and he couldn't take it, so he commits suicide. Can you imagine that? So she's told them, according to the reporters that I spoke with, she told them she now has another boyfriend, but he couldn't take the fact that he had some problem on the job, and he could not take the fact that she had found a new boyfriend, so he commits suicide. So that is what is going on in your society. My spiritual advisor,
Yes,
any comment?
No immediate comments.
Yeah.
But it's indeed sad.
Well, Gary Woodside is 39 years old, and that's the story. Well, having said that, an interesting development has taken place in the House of Assembly, where Pierre Glower has revealed that there are about 491 retirees, civil servants who has been retired. The FNM seems to be in shock over it, and she has advised that the policy in which the Free National Movement under Dr. Hubert Minnis discontinue paying the pension while re-employing the worker has been reinstated. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Let me repeat it again. When Dr. Minnis and the FNM were in power, they discontinued paying civil servants who were rehired their pension. And of course, around about 2014, if I'm correct, the cabinet had made a decision that any civil servant who was rehired, they have already retired. They have already gained their pension, so they should continue to get it, and you rehire them and they get their salary. And basically there's nothing wrong with it. Now, one of the problems that we are faced with, remember what I told you about Michael Pentad. He lacks legal instinct. If I was waging a campaign against the PLP, one of the things that I would have done, I would have researched the law. I would have looked to see if at least one of the things that the PLP is doing, if that is covered by law. But they're more educated than me, and therefore they wouldn't research the law. I just want to tell the country, I'm not going to tell them they're the lawyers, but I've been looking and I have come across the law in the case of a particular rehiree, where the law say that the government must hire a retiree. But the F&M don't know that. Michael Pintar doesn't know it, and it appears to me that the minister may have overlooked it. So they're not a very good opposition. They've not done good studies. Now they're more preoccupied with sex. See, if I was running the opposition, I could put the PLP on the run now. I could ask the PLP a $15 million question that Michael don't even remember. See, that's the difference between me and them. I could ask the PLP, what happened to the eggs? You see? But they're not a good opposition. They are preoccupied with sex. They're preoccupied about whether or not I am raping my wife. So I thought I'll share it with you because it is pathetic that this opposition is not doing a very good job. They're not. There's so many fundamental questions that could have been asked. But they're not asking it because basically these are not saved people. My spiritual advisor?
So under what condition would the government be obligated or mandated to rehire a retiree?
There is a...
What condition though?
I'm giving you the act.
There's a law that says the government must rehire?
I'm giving
Okay.
it to you now.
All right, okay.
There's a provision of the law. I don't want to tell the F&M where it is. Honestly, I don't want.
All right.
Why
Okay.
should I, an uneducated man, why should I,
So they should know this
a
then. They should know
semi-literate
this.
man,
They should know this.
why should I, a sick man, be laying off in my sick bed with my legs hurting me, studying the law to tell these not for good for nothing members of parliament what the law say? Why? Huh? Michael is a lawyer. And if they're not sure where the lawyers, I'll give them a clue. Just ask their former Minister of Foreign Affairs. That's it. So what you're up against is you have an opposition that is incompetent, you have an opposition that does not study, but in the law say there must be a retiree. And that's an act of parliament. You see? But I don't want to go any further. I don't want them to know that I'm smart. But I want to show you all how dumb they are. Not doing a good job. And these are lawyers. They're big-time lawyers. They have prestigious law firm. They're making millions or thousands of dollars. But they don't know a simple thing. And therein lies it. I'm showing off today, okay? That's it.
But to bring back 491 though, Sandra.
Yes?
491.
Yeah.
So what's the purpose of bringing back these people?
Essentially, you need competent persons. Pierre Glover role.
491.
Yeah, she has pointed
And
out
then you have so many people
She has
out
pointed
there
out
that
she's-
need these jobs.
they are not qualified. She has pointed out that when you examine the civil service, there's not been a training program in place for succession. We see that all over the Bahamas. We see that in the private industry. We see that in the hotel, where you give work permit for foreign people. But there's nothing mandated by law that they train Bahamian to succeed them. So it exists in the government. It exists
they
in
have
the
to, they have to fix that
private business.
Sandra, because they have to fix it.
I quite agree with you.
While these 491 people were in their heyday working,
Yeah.
it means that they should have been training people to basically fill their position.
The F&M didn't do it.
You know,
the PLP
when they
didn't
time
do it.
retirement, now you have to bring them back.
Pierre Glover now says that she is moving to have that policy put in place, but it doesn't exist. So you have to make up your mind. Are you going to bring in qualified persons? They had to. They had to. And then there is a provision of the law that calls for a retired civil servant to serve. But the FNM don't know that. And they don't know it because Michael is not a lawyer and will not read the law. Shenandoah is not a lawyer, he would not read the law. Hubert Minnis don't have legal instinct, but it's in law. All right? So when I discovered this is what they were saying, I smiled. I said, I'm going to come on TV, I'm going to show off, I ain't going to bring the law, I only can say it's in the law, I'll see what they react. Then I bring the law, read it and say, this what y'all want as y'all successor to the government? They don't know the law. And I'm so happy as a semi-educated Negro to say it on national radio and TV. They don't know the law. That's what the problem is. They do not know the law. And watch what I say. If they wanted to provide good opposition, they could have asked the PLP, what about the $15 million? See, I'm a good opposition. I smile every day. What about the $15 million? What about the eggs? But Michael is who? The former Minister of Agriculture. I've never served in the Ministry of Agriculture. But I know that if I was in opposition, all I have to ask the PLP, what about the $15 million and the eggs? But they're not interested in that. They're interested in sex. They're interested in talking slut talk. That's what they're interested in. They're interested in putting rape in marriage. That's what they're interested in. But the real issues that will uplift the country and make the PLP genuinely accountable, they ain't into that. Why? They are incompetent. Listen to what I just said. They could have asked the PLP, what about the $15 million and the eggs? You see how good I am? I'm very good. What about the eggs? I'll leave that alone. What a wonderful day in the country. Any other?
Yeah, but the public seems to share a different view as they advance their argument on these rehirees. And I don't know how credible. Listen, let me give an example, right? They're saying that there was a public service officer, all right, who was rehired on a 2-year contract, right? The fixed salary was like 104, close to 105,000.
What did he do?
Right?
What was his job?
They don't say, right? He had a responsibility allowance of $20,000. He had a housing allowance of $12,000.
What did he do?
He had free gas and transportation, cell phone, 15% gratuity.
Mr. Spiritual Advisor, why are you pushing the F propaganda?
No. I'm just telling you.
Why are you pushing the F propaganda?
This is in the public space, right?
Pushing the F&M propaganda.
So you're looking at over 2 years. This person come back,
That's
and a 2-year period may go with $300,000.
That's propaganda.
This is true.
And if that is true,
so
we need the person.
So now, let's see. We have some names here, right? Of some folks who would have returned back to the public service, right? Can we call their names?
If you have their names, you may call their names.
You know, calling eggs?
If you have their names.
Cresswell Sturrup.
Okay.
Melvin Seymour.
All right.
Nicole Campbell.
They're very qualified
Jason
people.
Moxie.
Very qualified.
All these people came back.
Very qualified.
This is interesting, Xander.
They're very qualified.
Wow.
And there are no replacement.
How come?
I
All
just
those
told
people,
you there was no training program.
So who you can blame for that?
I blame.
You have to blame the government?
Yes.
Yeah,
and
so
when you say it's the government, it is successive administration.
Okay.
So
and now the public has to pay for this.
If you want a competent person being your permanent secretary, you have to pay for it.
Wow.
As simple as that.
This is not managing the public's funds
That
properly.
is not true.
It can't be.
Michael Pintard is the chairman of what?
The Public Service Commission?
The Public Accounts
Committee, yeah.
So tell him, go to the public, call a meeting, look at the accounts, and show us where a retiree who is retiring is being paid and is not performing. That's all. That's all. And remember what I said. The law.
This is a mess.
There's no mess. There's no mess. Pierre Glover has told
491?
Yeah, that's only 1 point something percent.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though, but look at all the salaries that has to be paid.
People have to be paid.
Do you even know what that adds up to?
My spiritual advisor, when Hubert Ingram was in power, you made how many thousands of dollars under him sweeping the road?
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just trying to show you. You were the best.
That is contracted by the government.
That's the point I'm making.
What does that have to do with that though? You're mixing oranges and apples.
They are contracted by the government.
Sandra. Don't do that.
They're contracted.
Yeah, don't do that though. Don't do that.
This is Freedom March.
Spin doctor. This him.
What am I?
The spin doctor.
Doctor of Pigeon Plum. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. I'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody. It's powerful.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
This segment of Freedom March is brought to you by Modernistic Garden and Pet Supply. For top quality dog food, shop online at modernisticgarden.com or visit our Palmdale, Carmichael, and Mullet Marathon locations today.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. Do you pay bills now?
Yeah, let's pay a bill quickly. Are your dogs hungry and tired of low quality food? Give them the best at Modernistic. We carry all the top brands: Taste of the Wild, Diamond Naturals, Victor, Anouk Chouk at the lowest prices in town. On a budget, we've got 50-pound bags starting at just $49. And for a limited time, buy any large bag of dog food and get $10 coupon redeemable on select dog foods and treats. Dog toys, and treats. If you can't make it in, shop online at www.modernisticgarden.com and we'll deliver right to your door. Your pet deserves quality. Your wallet deserves savings. Shop in store or online today. Hurry. Offer won't last. Thank you, producer. Back to you, Senator.
This is powerful. Well, folks, when you took the adjournment, we were discussing the fact that the government doing a question and answer period in the House of Assembly, the minister responsible for labor, Pierre Glover Road, revealed that 491 retired civil servants have been rehired and they continue to receive their pension. That has been the rule. And then, of course, when Dr. Minnis came to power, he canceled it. But he had canceled what then was a cabinet decision. And that cabinet decision has been reinstated. So everything is being done in accordance with the law. Senator Darren Henfield, I suspect he's the only FNM who would be able to say what provision of the law mandates that at least one person in a particular institution must be a retired civil servant. So therein lies your problem when your opposition does not know the law, at least a piece of it, at least a part of it. So if they knew, but they don't know it. And then, of course, I'm repeating the Pierre Glover rules say in the civil service, there's been no clear management path. We see it in the private industry. Take, for instance, there's a commitment to raise about $60 million in work permits. So many of these companies that are coming into the country, many of the heads of agreement that are being signed, provisions are made for them to employ foreigners, for the government to sell them work permit. But in the heads of agreement, there is no provision that is put in the heads of agreement that mandates that the company must train Bahamians. So what exists in the government exists in the private sector. So there's no training. And the IDB, that's the International Development Bank, as recent as January, they complain that there are no qualified Bahamians and that there need to be a training exercise. But if you examine the media, just do research, you will find that every year the IDP repeats the same thing. And every year, depending on who is in power, they continue to give millions of dollars in training. This is the only country where you train people every year based on the IDB lending the government money and then the following year, you hear the same announcement that, skilled workers. So that's what you're faced with. And the problem for the F&M, like the PLP, they both love the IDB because the IDB really represent a slush fund. So the F&M can't objectively look at it. They can't objectively criticize it. For if they do, and they're successful in coming to power, how they can go to the IDB to get some of the slush fund. See, I'm the only Negro who can tell you that. And therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem. So, perhaps they should sit down with Darren Henfield. On the adjournment, I was thinking, which F&M minister could possibly remember the law? And I suspect it's Darren Henfield. So therein lies the problem. Terrible opposition, preoccupied with sex. Therein lies it. It's just sex. So I thought I'd tell you that. Now there's an interesting case that should have taken place in the magistrate court, perhaps yesterday. There are a number of people who have been charged with corruption and the robbery of $1.something million. You would recall that the ICS security took $1 million and something, perhaps almost $1.5 million down to the airport, and one of their staff. The charges against him is he was a part of a major conspiracy for the money or the armor truck to be robbed. It was a nice robbery, no gunshots to the best of my knowledge. To the best of my knowledge, nobody was killed, but you walk away, and when you walk away, somebody carried the money. So there ought to have been the commencement of a trial yesterday in the magistrate court over corruption. But the magistrate wasn't in court. So therein lies the administration of justice not even grinding. See, I would have been able to argue if they met. I would have said the administration of justice was grinding, but very slowly. There was no grinding at all. It came to a halt. So once those things happen, once the administration of justice is not properly managed, then justice comes to a standstill. And therein lies a lot of the problems in this country, where you have so many people on bail, charged with very, very serious offenses, but the cases cannot advance because somebody went to Miami. I'm not going to suggest that the magistrate went to Miami, but sometimes they went to Miami. And can you imagine some of them going to New York with all that snow? So therein lies the problem. I'll read a little bit of it so that you would know that there is something in the mill. Okay? And I'm certain many of you have been to the mill before. Okay? So let's see what is being reported here. The trial of key witness in police corruption cases is adjourned. The prosecution key witness in the corruption trial of a former senior ranking policeman and 4 other officers appeared before a magistrate yesterday for his $1.475 million theft case. Akel Holmes is accused of taking part in the November 2nd, 2023 heist that investigators believe was an inside job. At the time of the theft, Holmes was employed at ICS Security Concepts, the company tasked with transporting money for the Bank of the Bahamas. So, prosecutors allege that Holmes and Oral Roberts, who was murdered in July of 2024, stole cash-filled bags after a co-worker left the vehicle unattended at a private airport. Holmes' trial was adjourned to April because Senior Magistrate Kendrick Kelly, who has charge of the matter, is out of office. His lawyer, Sonia Timothy Knowles, who appeared along with Judith Smith, told Senior Magistrate Shaka Seville that she was still waiting for a disclosure from the prosecution. Though facing trial for his own alleged acts of dishonesty, Holmes is now expected to testify against other police officers and so forth. So, the case did not progress. The magistrate was not there. The wheel of justice halted. The case did not proceed forward. It did not even go upward. It was like one step forward, two steps backward. So that's what's going on at the magistrate level. I'm citing my spiritual advisor.
No.
He's going to say
from that one, yeah.
This kind of case.
Yeah.
Because this is a big case. And interestingly enough, the money is alleged to be owned by the Bank of the Bahamas, $1,475,000. $1,475,000 stolen on November 2nd, 2023, which has created one major controversy. So it's interesting, when I read the article, I thought about the Bank of the Bahamas. I said, boy, life is strange, eh? There the Bank of the Bahamas got robbed of $1,475,000. But one day, the former Governor General, His Excellency Arthur Dion Hanna, went to that same bank and they robbed him of $50,000. Isn't that phenomenal? They robbed Saada of $50,000 and some men robbed them of $1,475,000. It's a strange connection that I am making, but I thought I would tell you that the bank will now learn tit for tat. You stole from Saada, now they stole from you. Well, not Saada, he was not a knight. They stole from His Excellency Arthur Dion Hanna, a former Governor General. That same Bank of the Bahamas on the corner of Shirley Street and Charlotte Street. That's what they did to a national hero. All Arthur Hanna did, struggle, march, fought for freedom and justice. And my God, in his old age, the Bank of the Bahamas then stole $50,000 from him. Yeah. But of course, those who were accused were taken to court. Okay? That's the level of gangsterism that exists in this country. That doesn't give anybody the right to rob the armored car, because that $1,475,000 is owned by the Bahamian people. Okay? So I thought I'd tell you that for what it is worth. What time is it, my spiritual advisor?
We got about 30 minutes before 5 o'clock.
Really? Is it
13
that
minutes.
I'm having a guest today?
I think it may be around 5:30.
Around about 5:30?
5:30. We may
Okay.
have,
Are we going to go on attack?
we may have PTC, I think.
Okay. Are we going to go on the attack?
But the story that you
Yes.
mentioned when we first came on air
Which one?
about the apparent suicide.
Yes.
Now, you made a connection with that story by saying this person may have been disheartened because of actions of another person in the relationship.
Yes.
Wow. You know what's interesting?
What?
A lot of people in relationships are not honest.
Please explain.
There are some folks who get into relationships and they have hidden agendas.
Hidden agendas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you got to be smart enough to figure it out before you get hurt. There's some folks who carry women, men, carry each other on these roller coaster rides, you know? And when the roller coaster ride is done for them, they jump off, but they leave you on.
Wow.
So, I'm not saying that, you know, see, you don't know how much mentally someone would be invested in a relationship. And when you drop the bomb like that, it takes a devastating effect on them. And normally the person who is left behind, the one that's rejected, you know, he has some options, but there are times when the person doesn't take those options. But death is not the answer. I mean, suicide is not the answer. It's disheartening, but people need to realize you get in these relationships, man, you know, just try to be honest, man, you know?
Now, who are you asking to be honest?
Both male and females, man. Be honest. Mind you, there's some, you know, if you get in a relationship because of a false intention, you really trying to get something from this person, you lie to them in all different form, shape, or fashion. Make sure your actions, you be nice, you do certain things because you want to get something back, and when you achieve that, then you jump in a relationship and go, oh boy, I tell you, it's tough.
Well,
but suicide is not the way, man.
Well, we are living, you would recall that yesterday I pointed out that as they attack men, as they move to destroy the institution of holy matrimony, I told you that the mental health of the country is in trouble. See, I'm able to tell it by virtue of just being a pot washer at Sandlands. See, I used to wash big pots at Sandlands. And then they moved me in the storeroom, so I ran the storeroom. And then they took me on the ward. And so I was able to observe. And so our mental health is not good. And then the government put in charge of Sandlands a doctor who's hide from people. Dr. Eugenia, whatever her surname is. That's what the government does. And you see how life is. Here I am working for the government. But I always knew she was hiding. Hide. No matter how crazy you are or your family, when she hear you coming, she go into hiding. When the police come to interview her, she go into hiding. And then they got all them officials, all right? Just covering up for her. So the health of the country is in a mess. And there are many men who are weak because they're being bombarded by the propaganda of these wicked women. Women who are competing. Now, the woman, through Fritz Lane, by Colin Wall, bragged to the media that he had problems on the job, and she got herself another boyfriend, and he couldn't take it. So her daughter discovered him hanging. That's what she told the Negro media. So it's very interesting what goes on in this country. And essentially, we are not saved people. And there's a very evil force in the country, and that's the lesbian women. And they have been successful in capturing Michael Pentard. Now, poor Gary Woodside, he decided he can't stand the pressure. He commits suicide. It's serious. I know a neighbor next to him, I'm going to call him J. J, est-ce que vous connaissez Gary Woodside? Il habite à côté de cas où? Si vous connaissez monsieur, really moi. Ma besoin en pile information. This is powerful. I know a couple of Bahamians of Haitian descent who lived next to him. So I think they will give me some information right near the wall, Colin Wall. See why Mr. Colin built such a high wall? Oh boy, it is so interesting. What time is it, my spiritual advisor?
We probably got about 5 minutes before 5 o'clock.
Before 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
You have birthdays and
At 5 o'clock.
different things like that?
At 5, yeah.
Really? And then at 5:30, I have some guests.
Yeah.
Okay, this is powerful. This is powerful.
I think it may be BDC, eh?
Really?
Is it BDC?
BDC is coming back?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we shall visit, or we shall welcome BDC when they do come. I think it's powerful. The Chinese has issued a statement attempting to contradict a statement letter that some U.S. congressmen released. Their concerns about China involvement in the Bahamas and China incursion into the Caribbean. So that's very interesting. And so I'm going to take a public position. Whatever the Chinese is offering, whatever they're bringing, if they bring what the Chinese built for us, my spiritual
The
advisor,
stadium, they built the stadium.
if the Chinese bring a stadium, you accept the stadium.
But now,
If they bring,
what's behind it though?
well, before we get behind it, let's look at what's at the front of it. If they bring a stadium, you're
$30 million.
right.
Just like that.
If they bring you
For free.
China brush,
For nothing in return.
right? You accept it. And then when the Americans get mad and say stop it, stop it. So you have to be smart. Whatever the Chinese bring, they may even bring chop suey, you accept it.
Or them blind lie.
Yes.
Them blind lie.
When, y'all listen to me, eh? Because I got this president elected. When Donald Trump say to stop it, you stop it. Because the Bahamas and the Caribbean represent a powerful national security border of the United States. So, until such time as Donald Trump...
Yeah, but tell
turns-
Donald Trump to be more economically friendly.
That is true. We can tell
You
you that.
understand that,
But
right?
in the meantime,
Because the Chinese are willing to do it.
I want to get the rule. Whatever the Chinese bring in, you know, take. You see, we have to watch it with the Chinese. See, I have the evidences out. Mr. Producer, I'm going to give you one command and I beg you to obey it. Put the camera on my spiritual advisor for a second.
Man, don't do that,
Put it.
man. Don't do that, Sandra.
This is my spiritual advisor. The Chinese trick him. See that same Chinese embassy? They
Well, you remember that story,
trick
eh?
My
Yeah.
spiritual advisor.
I'll never forget that.
They contacted him
They swing me.
and they made him take them to all of his suppliers. My poor spiritual advisor, you may open up the camera now. My poor spiritual advisor obviously did not understand
Yeah, I didn't know I was getting tricked.
the technology. So every time he took the Chinese
Mingling was in the back seat.
Mingling was in the back seat.
With his little computer. Every time I
he
stopped,
took them someplace,
bam,
they put,
ping the location.
all right, we'll talk about it. He thought it was Mr. Ching.
It was Mingling.
It was Mingling. This is powerful. I'll be right back. I'll tell you what the Chinese put on him. All right? God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. It's a powerful day. We'll be right back after the break.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back. I'll go straight to my spiritual advisor, Bradley. You want to do that ad, please?
Yes, here we go. Let's do this ad quickly. Let's see where we are. Okay, are your dogs hungry and tired of low quality food? Give them the best at Modernistic. We carry all the top brands: Taste of the Wild, Diamond Naturals, Victor, Anouk Shook, and at the lowest prices in town. You're on a budget? We've got 50-pound bags starting at just $49. And for a limited time, buy any large bag of dog food and get a $10 coupon redeemable on select dog toys and treats. You can't make it in? Shop online at www.modernisticgarden.com and we'll deliver right to your door. Your pet deserves quality. Your wallet deserves savings. Shop in store or online today. Hurry. Offer won't last.
This is powerful.
All right. So,
Well, we might as well do birthday now.
yes, okay, so the birthday list for February the 28th, top of that list is Godfrey. Is this Godfrey Propender?
Godfrey Pro Pender.
Wow. He's 86.
He's 86 years old.
Okay.
His step uncle is Sir Sidney Portier. And of course, Godfrey is 86, a wonderful Negro citizen who sends greeting to our producer, to you, my spiritual advisor, and all our charming listeners. Happy birthday, Pro Pender. He went to St. Augustine's College,
I
okay?
tell you, there are only two sets of Bahamians.
Yeah.
Those who went to SAC, and then there are those who wish they did. Isn't
Wow.
that interesting?
He went to St. Augustine College. He didn't go to SAC.
Well, there are only two people in the Bahamas.
This is powerful.
Those who went to St. Augustine's College.
Yes.
And then there are those who wish they did.
Well, Pro Pender went, okay?
Absolutely. Now we have Andrew Nick Thompson. Happy birthday to my beautiful daughter, Andrew Nick Thompson. My fifth and last heartbeat that God gave me. Coming in from my parents, Andrew and Lillis Thompson, her siblings, her only darling sister, Andice, 3 loving brothers, Laval, LaSalle, and Leandro, nieces, nephews, and all those who love her, especially 2 adorable children, Lauren and Landon. Enjoy every moment of your God-given special day. We, the Thompson family, love you and appreciate you. So happy birthday to Andronique Thompson. Sanaya, or Sania Bullard. Sinai? Okay. Sinai Bullard is celebrating the birthday. Happy second birthday to you from your great-grandmother, Judy. Happy birthday, Sinai. Katura Johnson, happy birthday to Katura Johnson. It's coming from her husband, Charlene, kids, Sherez and Charlene Jr., all the family and friends, especially Latika and Shelly. Okay, happy birthday, Katura Johnson. A special shout out to Agnes Cavallo. Shout out to Miss Agnes Cavallo.
Yes.
One of the women there?
Agnes Cavallo. I was so happy to meet her this morning. And her great-granddaughters, they introduced me to her. And she openly declared that she was one of the women them, and she accepts my leadership. Lord, I thank you for the thousands of women around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas who accepts my leadership. She's a wonderful great-grandmother.
All right, I think that's all the birthday wishes we have for today.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. So the Chinese issue a statement, and we have to be very careful with the Chinese. You would recall that they built us a stadium. In the process, the Chinese never train a Bahamian. I want you to take note of that. They built a stadium. They never train us how to use whatever they were doing. They employed all of their professionals. And then, when it was time to repair the stadium, there were no Bahamians who were qualified to repair it. So the Chinese had to re-import their workers to repair it. So you have to be very, very careful. And the Chinese embassy They tricked my spiritual advisor. They fooled him. They made Brother Roll believe that they would hire him and give him a contract.
Yeah, man.
And they had
I was
him
looking forward to that.
all over the island of New Providence. And when it was all over, that Chinese embassy stole his clients. That's what they did.
And they did the landscaping themselves.
And they never gave him the contract.
Wow.
They never even compensated him for taking them on that safari. So it is
young and
to
energetic.
be noted. And then we saw the constructions which they carried out in the Bahamas. But once again, they did not train any Bahamian. So this is an example where we see in the public service, no training. In the private service, we enter heads of agreement. But no one would put in the heads of agreement a provision for the training of our people. So every year, the IDB say, ain't no skilled people. Ain't no qualified people. So, so you have to, you know, the Chinese and the Americans are watching. So it is hoped that the Trump administration, because I was telling you yesterday, I think it was 1980 when President Reagan came to office, and one of his first economic thrusts for the Bahamas and the Caribbean was what was called the Caribbean Basin Initiative. I don't know what has happened to that, and the Americans have principally ignored the Bahamas and the Caribbean. Let's watch Haiti, for instance. One of the problems, I don't know if I'm using the word correctly, if China were to go to Haiti, China would transform Haiti. China would put real infrastructure in Haiti. But the Americans occupied Haiti, I think, in 1915. We saw by 1994, they would have assisted, if my dates are correct, in returning Papa Aristide to office. Notwithstanding that, America has not pumped any wealth into Haiti. So Haiti remains what President Trump described as a shithole country. But if China went there, China would change it, and then the Americans would be stunned. So the question is, will America deals with the economic problems as it exists, assist in the development of Caribbean nations, Haiti, etc. So I thought I would tell you that. But whenever the Americans say to leave the Chinese alone, please leave the Chinese alone. Okay? It's powerful. After all, we are more American than Chinese. And many Bahamians, ancestors, came to the Bahamas as slaves from America, in addition to Africa. All right? You only have to study your history and know who you are. And once you study your history, you know who you are. So, it's America. Remember that.
But Senator, local businessmen in the Bahamas, in particular New Providence, have been complaining for a while about the proliferation of Chinese outlets that are just flooding the inner cities, right? A very interesting point. I think I listened to Mr. Tanquest. Mr. Tanquest is the owner of the Village Pub. He makes a very, very interesting point.
What does he say?
When he said that when you look at East Street from the north, the East Street to the south, when you look at Robertson Road to the east, and Robertson Road to the west. When you look at Wolf Road and all these inner city main streets, there's a Chinese here, there's one there, there's one there. As a matter of fact, from East Street to the north, East Street to the south, there were 35 Chinese stores, right? And it seems as if they have now cornered the market and making it very, very difficult for local businesses to thrive. And that is, he has a very interesting point, because I was wondering for a while, how come nobody seemed to notice how the Chinese and these little stores that sell all these various things have just flooded the market on in the city?
Well, there are a number of factors you have to look into. Let's deal with it as a consumer. The consumer
Don't forget,
wants...
we gotta go just mode 517, okay?
Is it 517 now?
Let me see. Go ahead, you got 5 minutes, go ahead.
The consumer is always looking for the best price. You find that in many Chinese stores, the prices are more reasonable. So now, if I discover that the Chinese is selling me cream cheaper than the other fella, well, what you want me to do?
So then we have to fix that.
So
then.
we'll look at that.
We have
The
to
next
fix that.
thing is, it's clear that China as a nation has a policy where it is investing through their citizens who have migrated to the Bahamas. So the Chinese has millions and millions of dollars. The next step is, there's a problem with liquor stores. In 1994, I was successful in getting an F&M government who had just appointed a liquor licensing authority to ban all liquor stores within a particular area of my community. 1994. If you went to the area where they banned it, the Chinese got a liquor store there. And what is the problem? I think it was a fundamental error for the government to give the police the authority to issue liquor license. And when the police is going to issue liquor license, there is no hearing. So I'm not aware of it. If you go on East Street, as you walk out of the church, you walk into the liquor store, the Chinese liquor store, right there on East Street. So clearly, the police is insensitive. The police doesn't respect the culture. The police doesn't respect the Christianity of the country. If it did, it would say to the Chinese, no, we can't have no liquor store right here next to the church. And then the Christian Council, they have been distracted with worldly positions. So they even don't see that. I think we have to take the authority of granting liquor license from the Royal Bahamas Police Force and let them go and fight crime. You appoint an independent liquor authority, somebody applies for liquor license, there's a hearing to see what the community says. And then a decision is made. That is the way it used to be. And then all of a sudden, somebody along the journey change it and put it in the hands of the police. And I don't know what was the political rationale behind doing it. But therein lies the problem. So
there's a major concern about Chinese businesses basically overtaking the city and for the most part benefiting from most of the people in this area financially.
Well,
as a matter of fact,
don't forget,
something very interesting is going down. Not to cut you off, but something very interesting is going down when you travel Prince Charles East and Colony Village. I think there's a very interesting thing going down there where the residents are now complaining that there seemed to be a Chinese setup going right on the corner of Prince Charles East and Colony Village.
Even though they have objected to it, it appears that corruption has taken over.
Yeah, it was approved. So I don't know if it's a convenience store. I don't know if it's a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's one of those
Who are
liquor
we
stores.
going to now? It's about 5:17.
Just Mo.
Just Mo.
Yes, Mr. Monka, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? The Beat Squad is definitely out and about. We are here on location at Ultra Games Camp Road location. And listen to me, one thing but y'all are definitely doing your part to celebrate this 8-year anniversary, this infinity tour, if you will, all right? We've made our way through quite a few locations at this point. I think we've already been to Kennedy Sub, we've been to Sea Grape, we've been to Mackey Street. Where else we been? I ain't sure. Nassau Village, that's last week, that's right. And now, here we are at Camp Road. Now, we letting y'all know as we go. Make sure you follow the socials, exactly where we popping up. But every time we pop up, we giving away some things. I'm here with the lovely Taj. She's gonna let y'all know exactly how y'all could get in on this Ultra Games action.
Mo, you don't think they already know by now?
I ain't sure, but tell them one more time just in case.
Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, it is super, super easy. If you don't have an account with us at Ultra Games, all you need is one ID during this promotion. Not two, just one. Just one. And once you open the account, $20 gets you an opportunity to participate and win all of these prizes.
And I'm talking about some great prizes. We've got tablets. We have a chance for you to win a TV. We got cash prizes. And, of course, we have grand prize drawings at the end of each night as well. So we're not talking about, you could win one thing. There's multiple opportunities for everybody to win a little something.
Awesome. It is going to be an awesome day. The crowd has been lining up before we've even gotten the chance to set up, anticipating each stop. So we hope to see everyone out tonight. And if you don't get to tonight, tomorrow at Fire Trail.
Tomorrow's another day, and I will be there as well. The Beat Squad is definitely going to be following this infinity train as we go. All right, so y'all make sure y'all come on down here. Ultra Games right here at the Camp Road location. We are getting ready to kick things off in short order, but you can still come on down here. Make sure you set up your account, put some money on there, and get ready to enter to win big with Ultra Games.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, folks, I want to divert for a few seconds because I'm having what they call in psychiatry a flight of ideas. So, Mr. Producer, do you have a photograph of Mr. Robert Shyster and Commander Bernie Wright? There's some interesting things happening in this country. Who is Robert Shyster? I'm told that he is of German descent. I'm told that he lives someplace on the Eastern Road. I'm told that he might be associated with a company called Dolphin something Encounter. And then, of course, we know who is Commander Bernie Wright. Something is happening on the Eastern Road, and I'm very concerned about it. I'm very, very concerned about it, and I would hope that the government will take note that I'm concerned about some things that is happening on the Eastern Road, and I want to make it clear that civil servants should be very careful when they're signing letters. They must make sure that if they are writing on behalf of a minister, they in law are qualified to do so. And it will always be smart to say, I am directed by the minister. So I'm very concerned about Mr. Roberts Meister and what is going on. So we'll be talking about that maybe tomorrow, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And I want the country to know that there's a new world order, and it is very important that we make sure that people who are living in our country, and particularly American citizens, are not being exploited, not being taken advantage of, because it is a new day in the world. That is as much as I want to say. And I call on people everywhere to act lawfully. Act lawfully. Okay? We must treat everybody fairly. That is as much as I want to say for today. So, my spiritual advisor, what time is it now?
Yeah, we're at 5:22, so we got about
5:22, so we got 8 more minutes before my guest arrives. What is on your mind?
What's on to be, I don't know, we had a couple of things that we could have discussed today.
Go ahead. What is on your mind?
I'm trying to see if I can find it.
You're still pushing Shannon Dog to lead the effort?
I'm still, let's see.
I say,
no.
You're still pushing Shannon Dog.
No, yeah. We could talk about it another time, but look here, it does seem as if there is a rise in this school world.
A rise in the school world?
Well, it seems as if there's a lot of cases now coming up there. It seems as if there's this bad interaction between students and teachers.
Please explain.
In this one particular case, I think a teacher may have, I don't know, do they call it indecent assault of a student? He may have placed his hands.
Don't just say he placed his hand on her body.
So, Senator, what's going on? Okay, this teacher's 33 and the student's 15.
Okay.
So, what's happening in schools? And I understand because we had a discussion on this. This has been going on for years now. Even
what you mean for years?
Well, even while I probably was in school, it may have been happening.
No, man.
No?
This was happening before you were born.
Really?
This was happening in the 30s.
1930s?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Mr. Lowe went down to Long Island and he picked up some of the students there.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Smith went in the back of the Southern Island and he picked up some people.
Yeah, so what's causing this? So somebody can't control themselves, right?
No, we have had a history. See, this is what I talk when I said people do not disclose their interests. We've always had a history within the Commonwealth of the Bahamas where certain category of civil servant, either in the family islands, working as administrators, working as the commissioner, working as the headmaster, they have been having sex with the students. Some have even married students. That is a reality. All right?
Wow.
In the House of Assembly is a book. I don't know if I should call it a statutory book, but it's around 1925. When you have time, go read through those books and see what are some of the reports written from many of the family islands. So essentially, it is the fact that we have social media. See, you could be in the back, Andres, and if you touch a student, social media can report it. This is Freedom March. Rodney Roll is my spiritual advisor. Perhaps tomorrow we'll talk more sex talk. When I return, we shall have a representative from BTC. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King.
Do you have something to say to the Senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV.
Enjoy zero-down financing on your next visit to Montague Motors. Our selection of cars come included with license, inspection, and a 3-month warranty. And with our easy 24 hours financing, you will be on the road in up to 48 hours. What makes Montague Motors different? We inspect our cars in Japan, providing you with the best quality purchase. Visit Montague Motors today, number 6 Village Road. Call or check our Facebook page for more information.
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, I must go to Tanya. Hello, Tanya.
Good afternoon, Rodney Munkin. Good afternoon, spiritual advisor. Your girl Tanya here from Shop Smart Department Store. Your miracle right here on Marquis Street, where we say we're here for you for whatever season of your life and for everyday living. And yes, we are getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. So, of course, we brought out all of the green, all of the white, and the gold. So if you want to decorate your home in these fabulous colors, you can come on in and pick up your wall decor, your bathroom set, whether you want to do your chair coverings, maybe you want a St. Patrick's Day mitt and the oven cleaner, or you just need some little decor. You want some things inside of the kitchen, you want to change out to a green plate set, whatever you're looking for to decorate your home. Like we say, we're here for you for whatever season of your life and everyday living. So if you want to change your decor to St. Patrick's Day, all you need to do is come on into Shop Smart. Not only would you get the luck of the Irish, but you will also get the smart shopper price. If you want to be ready for this St. Patrick's Day, we've got all of the items that you may need. Whether you need to get your coins, whether you want your candles, whether you want your placemats, or you just want your bathroom design, whatever you need, or maybe you want to do party favors, you can come and get your glasses, your bubbles, your necklace. Maybe you're a restaurant or bar, so you're setting up and you want to make sure that all your guests come on in and they can get a little trinket to take home with them. Then just come on into St. Patrick's Day. Come on into Shop Smart for St. Patrick's Day item. We've got all of your wreaths, your garlands. We've got your light up signs. We've actually got all of your throw pillows. We've also got your little leprechauns, because how can you have the luck of the Irish without your leprechaun? So if you're looking for that pot of gold, you don't need to go looking for the rainbow. You can come right on over to Shop Smart, because we've got you covered. But whatever you're looking for St. Patrick's Day, we want to make sure that when you deck your halls, you are doing it fabulously. And like I say, Shop Smart is open Monday to Saturday. We're open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your shopping convenience. So whatever you're looking for this St. Patrick's Day season, just come on into Shop Smart and know that we've got you covered. And you know, I always tell you, you have to remember to shop early, to shop often, and to shop smart. Mr. Munker, spiritual advisor, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you very much. Well, folks, I have in studio a special guest from BDC, Miss Stacy Mackey. Welcome to Freedom March. And what good news have you brought my listening audience?
Well, I'll tell you this. So tomorrow we are launching our Samsung Galaxy S25.
Wow, it's powerful.
Yes.
And where will you be launching it from?
At the mall at Marathon.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I have to come that way because I got to pay my telephone bill tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 21st, isn't it?
Yes.
And what time will you be opening so members of the public can come and visit and purchase?
So the mall opens at 10 a.m., but
Yes.
our launch is going to be at 3 p.m.
Oh, 3 p.m.
So it's 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. We're hosting a cocktail reception.
Really?
Yes. So
This
we're
is
hosting
powerful.
a cocktail reception. As persons come in, you know, we're gonna ask you a few trivia questions.
Yes.
And the person who has the correct answers,
Yes.
they're going to win a Bahamas Air voucher to go anywhere that Bahamas Air flies.
Look the people straight in their eyes so they could see that you're speaking truth to power.
You know, I wouldn't come on the show and lie.
Of course not. I can see you're a safe woman.
I am.
So you will be serving cocktails.
Well, okay, so we'll be serving mocktails, right?
Mock?
Yes. So
Okay.
we have like a blutini drink.
Really?
Everything's non-alcoholic, no
Okay.
alcohol. So, because, some people have the drive.
For those
and,
of us who are saved and want water,
like myself. Yes.
there will be water.
There will be water.
This is great.
Yes. There will be lemonade, there'll be fruit punch, and then there'll be some, because, you just don't want to have the standard stuff. You want
Of course,
something
of course.
in a martini glass,
Yes.
but it will be non-alcoholic. So let's stress that part.
Now, this Samsung phone
Mm-hmm.
that you will be selling, you want to tell me some good things about it?
Yes, so this phone has some really great features. You have the circle, that's right, you have the circle to Google feature, and that means that if you're watching something or you're looking at something on your screen, you simply have to circle it,
Really?
and it goes straight to Google, which means then you don't have to come out of whatever app you're in
Right.
to go to Google to search it. Just
Wow.
simply circle it. And that is a great feature that it has. Of course, it's a durable, dust-resistant, water-resistant phone, but it also has Galaxy AI. That means that you don't have to worry about downloading any AI features. It is all included in your phone.
Now, AI stands for what?
Artificial intelligence. So,
Are you telling me that if I purchase that phone, I will become artificially
I never
intelligent?
said that. I never said that. However,
Yes.
this phone has a lot of video and photography features, photo features.
Really?
So you have a lot of persons that are into social media.
Yes.
They're recording videos and they want to do a lot of edits.
Right.
And some people, they want to make their pictures look a little bit better than it
little
is.
better.
And that's fine. So you can do that because that feature allows you to analyze your videos and your images.
Really?
Yes. So before you share anything, you can make sure that it's perfect.
So, at my age, if I want to look a little younger,
Yes.
a little handsomer,
If you want to turn that bed like completely black,
it can be done?
it can be done.
Really?
Yes.
Man, this is powerful. So, you're not prepared to disclose prices yet?
No, we're not,
Okay.
because this is what we want. We want you to come
Yeah.
to the cocktail party tomorrow, to the reception. What we're going to be doing is, of course, if you're a postpaid customer, make sure to ask about your loyalty discounts, because we do have that. And then, of course, we will be showing you the features. We'll be letting you look at the phone up close and personal.
Okay.
Then we'll be sharing prices as well. We'll be doing a presentation, but it's going to be a fun event. We have jazz music. We have some shrimp kebabs. We have a lot of great food, entertainment, prizes, so many things going on. So all you have to do is meet us at the Mall at Marathon tomorrow at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. so you can see this new Samsung S25 series. There's 3 devices in the series.
And tomorrow means Friday,
Friday,
the
February
21st,
21st, correct.
2025.
25.
Now, you're saying that you will allow me to come up close to this phone. Does it mean that I can feel it?
Yes, you can
And
feel
touch it
Yes,
and
yes.
hold it?
And experience it. Yes,
Really?
you can do that. Yes.
How does it feel?
Well, what I like about it is that this phone is very, it has a slender feel to it.
Okay.
But then, of course, it's not too small. I know a
Okay.
lot of times persons want a bigger device.
Yes.
And that's why I like the fact that in this series, there's 3 different sizes.
Really?
You have the Ultra, and then you have the Plus, and then, of course, you have the regular.
Okay.
So that means that you can decide which one is perfect for your need. Not everybody likes a big device. Like some persons want something a little smaller.
Something a little smaller.
Yeah.
And what it provides me with comfort, with love.
I like to say this. I think the smartphones that are being made now are not just phones anymore.
Okay.
Some persons just simply want a phone to call, send WhatsApp, and then some people use a phone as their personal assistant.
I got you.
A lot of the phones they're making now have many features that we don't use because we're so accustomed to using a few features that are on the phone. I'm telling you, did you know that you can set your phone to work mode, which means that every day at, let's say, 9 o'clock,
Yes.
it goes into work mode.
Really?
So nobody could bother you. So you
Really?
can focus on doing your work. Then you have night mode. So it means that at about, and you set the time. So if you say, well, I want to start sleeping at about 9 every night, that means that at 9, that phone can go into that night mode.
What if I want to wake up?
It can wake you up. You can
Really?
set reminders. If you have a doctor appointment, if you have a meeting, it can set reminders daily, weekly, monthly, things like that. So don't just look at it as a phone. These are really like a personal assistant. They're your offices. They do so many things. You can open up a presentation. You can make presentation. So many things that you can do with the phone, not just. And a lot of the features, we don't use half of the features that are on these phones.
I bet there's one thing the phone can't do.
What is that?
Will it be able to tell me it's time to take my pills?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, my phone does that. So every morning I take, because I'm normally bad at remembering things, right? So every morning it reminds me that I have to take my vitamins.
Really?
Every morning it does that. And when the reminder comes up, you have to press, it'll ask you like, did you do it? So you press done.
Yeah.
If you didn't do it, that reminder will stay there. So
Really?
it can remind you. And you have some persons like they have medication that they have to take at a specific time.
Okay.
And that's perfect actually. So you
Okay.
can do all of that.
So I really need a phone to call my own.
Yes.
Man, it's powerful. I need a Samsung to call my own. Well, I love the idea. I love the fact that the public is open and invited.
Yes.
And there are prizes.
Yes, we have some great door prizes for you. We have some gift cards, some vouchers. Bahamas Air, they're going to be there as well tomorrow because they're one of our partners. Are we talking about the event on Saturday?
Which event is on Saturday?
Okay, so on Saturday,
Yes.
we are hosting a customer appreciation event in Coral Harbor. Yes.
Which
So Coral Harbor Community Park, we're hosting a community fish fry and fun day.
There will be fish?
Fried snappers, yes. Fried
Really?
snappers.
Lots of pepper and sour?
lime, yeah, with a roll and a corn, yes.
Really?
Yes. So we're going into Coral Harbor, and you know, we have always been adamant that we need to be able to connect with our customers.
Yes.
Let our customers touch and feel us, be able to reach us and talk to us, because sometimes persons have concerns and they don't always come into the store, and that's fine. So what we want to do is come in your neighborhood and be a part of your neighborhood.
Okay.
So we're starting with Coral Harbor this year, and we're showing our appreciation. Thank you, because we know you could have gone somewhere else,
That is
but you
true.
stay with us,
That
and
is
we
true.
do appreciate you. We love our customers. And I also want to say this too. This event, we have lots of partners here with us. Bahamas Air is partnering with us. If you have broadband with BTC and you live in Coral Harbor and you want to sign up for a postpaid plan on Saturday, we are giving you a $200 Bahamas Air voucher that you will get on the spot.
Really?
That's right.
This is powerful. Now, what if my phone ain't working? Can I complain to y'all about the phone?
We're going to fix that for you. So we'll take your complaint, but one of the things that I like to tell people is that we know that it's not always going to be perfect, but we're going to make it right. We're going to do it right.
No, I'm merely saying that if my phone ain't working,
yeah, you can do that.
And I'm Coral Harbor,
yes,
can I come to the park?
Yes,
and
come
say,
to the park.
Miss Maki,
yes,
my phone ain't working.
That's right. Or Miss Maki is going to make sure that one of our technical guys get it fixed and sorted for you on the spot.
Yeah, this is powerful.
So listen, we have our customer care team. They'll be on hand.
What time does
as well as our technical team will be on hand. So you're not going to leave there with that phone not working.
This is powerful. And what time this event will start?
We start at 11 a.m. and we go until 5 p.m. And some of the activities that we have a kiddies corner, because we know that on Saturdays a lot of persons like to do things with their kids.
Of course.
So we have bouncing castles, we have races, three-legged races, we have cup races, egg and spoon races, we have dominoes, we have basketball, we have the Bahamas Kidney Association.
Okay.
They will be doing health screening. They'll be testing for cholesterol, glucose, high blood pressure.
Yes.
You got your fried fish. The kids can get their popcorn, they can get their ice cream, they can get their hot dogs. We'll have lots of drinks on hand as well. Bahamas Air will be there. Family Guardian will be there. The community policing will be there. They're going to be sharing some tips on how to stay safe.
Yes.
In home as well as on the streets.
Now, what you got for old people when they come?
We got bingo.
Really?
Yes, we have bingo.
You can play bingo?
Yes.
Okay.
You can play bingo?
I could learn.
Bingo is very easy. All you're going to do is we're going to give you cards.
Okay.
And once we call off the number, you just put your token on the card.
Now, the problem I'm going to have is Mama say it's a sin.
What's a sin? Bingo?
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. You don't need money on Saturday.
Okay.
Everything is free. You don't need any money. You're coming out and you're having a good time. And like I said, it's all about us showing our appreciation to the residents of Coral Harbor.
So you principally would like to see the residents of Coral Harbor.
Yeah, but if you don't live in Coral,
but if others want to crash it,
yes. Now, see, that means when we come in your area and Coral Harbor residents come and crash yours, you can't get mad.
that is true.
Right, there you go.
I think I can stay in Black Village then. So when y'all come back.
Now, I know you like a good fry snapper.
I do like it.
Yes, I know you like a good
in
fry
fact,
snapper.
I'd be happy if you could put in a little bit of okra soup.
Really?
Yeah.
To fry fish? No, that's not a good. That wouldn't taste good. You can mess up the
man.
fish.
You can't cook it.
Yeah, I could cook what you if I could cook.
You know how to do okra soup? Woman, you see what's going on?
I don't like okra soup. I don't like.
You don't like okra?
I like okra. Let me tell you. I would do. I'll do steak with onions, mushrooms, and I'll just do like okra on the side. I'll just cook it like that. I don't like it to be like cut up.
Okay.
I think it gets sort of slimy, so I like.
Oh, you don't like
I
your
like
okra
whole
slimy?
okra. No.
You like your okra cold?
Whole, like a whole. Yes.
Okay. Well, this is great. So we have to remind members of the public that Friday it's at the Mall at Marathon.
The Samsung S23 25 series launch. Yes.
And there will be a cocktail party.
Cocktail reception, jazz music. We definitely want to see you come out and see what these new devices, because it's 3, we want you to see these up close and personal. Remember, that's what we said.
Up
close and personal.
And
And you never know, you might be lucky to win a door prize. Leave it something.
Yeah, and it's for the entire island.
Yes.
At the mall.
Yes.
At Marathon.
Yes. And
But on
these
Saturday,
that's where all the fun there.
it is for Coral Harbor.
Residents. Yes.
Well, I'm lucky because I got a bunch of first cousins living in Coral Harbor.
So you just got happen to go hail them on Saturday, right?
Yeah, I'm a hail them. Yeah, this is great. I'm very grateful for what BTC is doing. We must take care of the people then.
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
So I'm going to call on all the people to come and show support. I want BTC to take good care of them.
Definitely.
That's very important. So is there anything that you want to tell me that I may not have asked you?
Well, the only thing I want to mention as well, and this goes out to all of our BTC customers, if you are a prepaid customer or a postpaid customer and you've had your SIM card for 2 years,
right?
We want you to stop by a BTC location.
Right.
It doesn't matter, nationwide. You can stop by. You can come on Friday at any time, or you can see us on Saturday.
Right.
That's your excuse to come in Coral Harbor. So
Right.
there you go. And we are upgrading your SIM card for free because
Really?
we have, technology changes, and that SIM card is not probably giving you optimal service.
Okay.
So with the new SIM cards that we have now,
Yes.
it means that you're able to connect to your data quicker. Sometimes persons are roaming and they say, I can't use my phone.
Right.
It's because the SIM card needs to be updated.
So it will help you to roam.
It'll help you to roam. It'll help you to download.
I love roaming.
The calls will be clearer. So if you haven't had a new SIM in the last 2 years, we want you to stop by any BTC location and have that upgraded. And that's complimentary. There's no charge associated
Wow,
with
that's
that.
very fantastic. That's very fantastic. So, folks, it's tomorrow. We're going to Just Mo? Yeah. BTC, I want to thank you.
Thank you, too.
We're going to Just Mo. You sit down right here for a few seconds. Hello, Mo.
Hello, Mr. Monker. Yes, that's right. We are still here. We're doing our thing. It's about to get crazy out here. We are at the Kemp Road location of Ultra Games, and we are here on the Infinity Tour, the 8-year anniversary of Ultra Games, and of course, they're all about giving back to the customer for all of the years of support. I'm trying to find my way through the crowd here. I see a familiar face. And of course, we're trying to make sure that we get everybody lined up and ready to start our giveaways, start to give away some things, and start to kind of give away the grand prize, of course, of $1,500 at the end of the evening. So everybody's lined up now. All you have to do is do what? Go inside, make sure your account's valid, put $20 on, and for your $20, you get to enter to win your prizes, correct?
Yes, Mo. So what we are hoping is that tonight is one of our bigger nights. We see some familiar faces, as I said, so I'm hoping that all of you that are in traffic, if you don't have nothing better to do, Ultra Games is the place to be. Park your car, Bring $20, one ID if you don't have an account, and get a chance to spin and take something home.
Exactly. That's all it is. Everybody has a chance to win a little bit something maybe. And of course, we have some games out here to make sure that we maximize those opportunities, all right? But you got to get down here. You got to make sure your account is valid. Put your $20 on and get ready to play to win. It is the Infinity Tour. We are right here at the Kemp Road location, folks. If you're in the area, come see us. Have a chance to win with Ultra Games.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you very, very much. And that is powerful, very much indeed. So, folks, we had with us Miss Mackey from BTC. They're having a wonderful event on Friday, starting at 3 p.m. at the Mall at Marathon. And then on Saturday, that's the day that follows Friday, they will be in Pearl Harbor, and that event, that will start at 11 a.m. It will end at 5 p.m., and I think it's powerful. So, my spiritual advisor, we have 9 more minutes.
Yeah, we can open the lines for a couple minutes. Get some calls in.
Go right ahead.
Just if parties are buzzing with, candidates that they may want to run in various constituencies.
Really?
So obviously the heat is on.
What heat is on?
And it's on the streets.
Really?
The heat is on. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-776. This is going to be a very interesting election. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Pleasant good evening or good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Spiritual advisor, Brother Monica.
Yes, sir.
God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit.
One God, amen.
Amen.
Pleasant good evening to the Bridgewaters.
Yes.
Spiritual advisor, what you laughing at? Spiritual advisor. You my boy, I love you, boy. Brother Monica, Senator.
So.
I want you to allow me a little flexibility. I want to say congratulations to my great-grandson.
Go ahead.
Whose birthday is today.
Really? Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yes,
sir. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. To Maceo Jr. from your great-grandfather, Leroy Williamson. Happy birthday, son. I appreciate that cake what you're going to bring for me in Freeport.
Wow.
I'm waiting for that cake.
Wow.
You're a beautiful boy. I love you. I love you 1,000, 3,000, 100 million. Thank you, and enjoy your day.
This is powerful, Brother Williamson. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Take
Thank
care.
both of you, and God bless both of you. You all two fellas are really born to be together, man.
Thank
Boy,
you.
is that
Thank
You're
you.
a good couple. You're a good couple.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
7.
You have another call?
No, it's 5 minutes to 6. You want us to take another call? No, we don't. We have no more time, Senator.
Okay, folks. We have a crisis where the FNM has raised an issue. They have not examined the law. Depending on my mental state tomorrow, I may show you the law.
But you have to look at this thing holistically now, Sandra. The government brought back 400.
My spiritual advisor.
91 people, man, Sandra.
I told you what the problem is.
If you look at the salaries annually for those 400,
you
look
money,
at
man.
40 to
Stop
50,
it.
$50 million, man.
Under Hubert Ingram, you made thousands of dollars.
That was a contract. I was cleaning up the roads.
But they have a contract.
I had payments to pay.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, my
That's how the money shared around.
Listen, focus on the rate that the FNM is bringing. All right? You leave the rest to me. So, folks, tomorrow I'll perhaps look at the law and show you how the FNM does not study and prepare. And then I may raise a controversial issue, merely to show you how this group of FNM, they don't know what they're doing. There are powerful issues right there. But their problem is jealousy. And so they are distracted. I'm going to show it to you. And I'll be doing it from my sick bed. So tonight, if it's God's will, I will lay in my sick bed, just look at the law and the Spirit should move me. I'll return tomorrow, and I will show you where they are questioning the law. And you would recall that I pointed out to you that there's a provision on the agenda where an F&M could move a private bill to amend any provision of the law and or to introduce a bill designed to create a law. Now, this generation of F&M is grossly incompetent. That's a fact. They're not like Cecil
So what are you
Wallace
suggesting? We change the
Whitfield.
leadership? What is it exactly? It
they're
can't,
not
it can't be the whole party. That doesn't make any sense.
We're talking about the leadership.
Okay.
We're talking about the members of parliament and the members of the Senate. I think they're more specialized in sex talk. That's what they specialize in. Anyway, do well, everybody. Be safe. Men, no matter what the woman do not commit suicide. Those who commit suicide, they're going to hell. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. I call on women, submit to the man them, and don't cause them to hang themselves. Take good care, everybody.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March